All right, today's Friday Flow is going to be about allowing yourself to flow through your yin and your yang, your feminine and masculine energies, your doing, your versus being, okay? We're going to embrace our feminine energy first, then our masculine energy, then the integration of both with the affirmations, and then we're going to get into our good feeling flow stream of consciousness with our mala beads. So let's do this. I love being in my feminine energy of allowing and flow. I love the creativity that flows to and through me. I embrace my feminine energy as a source of trusting my gut. I honor the art of allowing things to unfold naturally. I give myself permission to slow down and just be. My yin energy nurtures my creativity and connection. Flowing with life feels effortless and deeply fulfilling. I trust my intuition and the wisdom of my inner knowing. It's safe for me to receive and be supported. Rest and stillness are acts of self-love and nurturing. My feminine energy grounds me in peace and presence. I allow my emotions to flow freely and guide me gently. I am deeply connected to the flow of life within and around me. My yin energy helps me restore balance and harmony. It feels so good to simply exist and let myself breathe. Being in my feminine energy allows me to feel whole and centered. I trust the rhythm of my body and its natural cycles. Allowing myself to rest is a powerful act of self-care. My presence is enough. I don't need to prove my worth. The flow of life unfolds perfectly when I embrace my feminine energy. Now into our yang, the doing. I love activating my masculine energy of follow-through and action. My yang energy empowers me to take the lead with confidence. I love the feeling of accomplishing what I set out to do. I honor my ability to take bold, intentional action. My masculine energy helps me build and achieve my goals. I trust my capacity to lead with clarity and strength. I feel empowered when I step into my yang energy of doing. Focus and discipline flow easily when I activate my masculine energy. My yang energy drives me to create structure and stability in my life. I thrive when I take initiative and make things happen. My masculine energy helps me transform ideas into reality. I am decisive and capable in my actions. I love the strength and momentum my yang energy gives me. I feel proud when I follow through with tasks and commitments. My masculine energy helps me take responsibility for my life. I embrace the art of planning, building, and leading. I am proactive, driven, and clear in my goals. The balance of action and rest keeps me aligned and purposeful. I channel my masculine energy into creating positive change. I am fearless in pursuing what matters most to me. Now let's honor the balance of the both yin, yang, doing, being, feminine, and masculine energies. I love the harmony I feel when my feminine and masculine energies are in balance. I flow with ease between being and doing, allowing and leading. My yin and yang energies work together to create a fulfilling life. I trust myself to know when to rest and when to take action. Both my feminine and masculine energies are equally valuable. I am grateful for the balance of flow and focus within me. I honor my intuition, yin, and my strategy, yang, equally. I feel strong and whole when I integrate my being and doing. I love knowing when to pause and when to press forward. The dance of yin and yang makes my life rich and meaningful. I love allowing myself to flow easily through my yin and my yang, my doing and my being. Okay, we're gonna do stream of consciousness. Let's get into it. I love the feeling of being balanced in my life. I love the feeling of harmony in my life. I love the feeling of knowing when to take action and when to be at rest. I love the feeling of taking action. It feels so good to have an intact animus. I love the feeling of having my feminine and masculine energy ebb and flow through me and to me. I love the feeling of listening to my intuition. I love the feeling of being aligned. I love the feeling of alignment in my body, in my chakras, in my energies. It feels so good for there to be action, for there to be ease, for there to be flowing, for there to be knowing. I love the feeling of being aligned. I love the feeling of listening to my intuition. I love the feeling of taking action, acting upon my intuition because she is right and she knows best. I love the feeling of providing for myself. I love the feeling of cooking for myself. I love the feeling of nurturing my body. I love the feeling of expressing myself. I love the feeling of expressing my creativity. I love the feeling of flowing in and out of being and action and doing and making my dreams and making my creativity, being the co-creator of my life, bringing things to life. I love the feeling of expressing myself. I love the feeling of having fun. I love the feeling of joy in my life. I love the feeling of taking action on what I think will be fun, what I think will be nurturing to my soul. I love the feeling of bringing things to fruition. I love the feeling of bringing thoughts to fruition. I love the feeling of being in my creativity, bringing in my nurturing and connecting with nature and creating, and also bringing those things, the things that I think of, the things that I feel and I want to bring to light, to action, and I do. And I love the feeling of following through. It feels so good to follow through. It feels so good to make things happen in life. I love the feeling of being the co-creator of my life. I love the feeling of learning more about myself. I love the feeling of evolving. I love the feeling of empowering myself. I love the feeling of being really whole. I love the feeling of good things, allowing good things to happen in my life. I love the feeling of letting beautiful things in and releasing what no longer serves me. I love the feeling of releasing. I love the feeling of letting in new. I love the feeling of letting in new flow, new creativity, new life, new seasons. I love the feeling of paying attention to my natural cycle in my body. I love the feeling of acknowledging and caring and listening to the 4 seasons of my life and my cycle. I love the feeling of listening to my inner knowing, my voice, my all trusting self. I love the feeling of being aligned. I love the feeling of knowing that if one energy is pulling too hard and I am tired in other areas, I love the feeling of being self-aware enough to pull myself back together, to push my chakras back together. I love the feeling of taking care of myself. I love the feeling of taking so much action and feeling good about it, and also nurturing and being and resting. I love the feeling of recouping. I love the feeling of creating. It feels so good to create. It feels so good to be the co-creator of my life. I love the feeling of inspiring other people and friends and family to be the co-creators of theirs. I love the feeling of evolving and growing. I love the feeling of outgrowing my pot. I love the feeling of expanding my knowledge of myself. I love the feeling of taking care of myself and learning more about myself so that I can be a better friend, so that I can be a better partner, so that I can be a better family member. I love the feeling of evolving. I love the feeling of being better and friends. I love the feeling of attracting people who are a high vibration, who also work on themselves, who are doing personal growth. I love the feeling of creating my life to have these beautiful people in it, and hopefully that I am a beautiful person in somebody else's life. I love the feeling of listening to my inner knowing and taking action upon my inner knowing. I love the feeling of allowing the ebb and flow, the seasons of my life, the seasons of my energies to come and go. I love the feeling of resting. I love the feeling of allowing myself to take deep breaths when I need them and to be calm so that I can get ready to take action. Close out this practice. I'm going to put my hands together at my forehead, thumbs at my forehead. Thanking the universe, the great creator, gods, goddesses, God. Then down to my lips. Thanking my ancestors, my guides, my protectors, my warriors, my teachers. Showing up for me, whispering to me. And down to my chest. To thank myself for this practice today, to thank myself for trusting my gut, to thank myself for taking action on what I trust and what I don't.